What is the thing that you hate the most about traders on Twitter? I can't stomach these traders that make no money and they start these paid services, or they make very little money. I think it's disgusting. And then they kind of give the illusion they make a lot of money. Meanwhile, most of the money comes from selling these subscriptions and courses. It's just, ugh. Or they like make their first million and then they you know, write a book or something. It's just, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Your account is down to 25k. You can't day trade if you have like 25k. You're gonna be below the PDT rule. Look, whatever size your account, the best bet is to swing trade. I really believe that. If you can't make money swing trading, you're sure as hell not gonna make money day trading. I'm just gonna put it out there. Day trading is much, much more difficult. The only thing harder about swing trading is, you know, not doing much. That's the only thing. Yeah, front running is worse. That's true. Yeah, all these alert services where they front run their followers. Ugh. Well, that's true. If you look, if I you know, I know a lot of people who got rich trading stocks like equity. But you know, but I'm not saying you can't make good money on options. But you kind of have to do it a little bit differently than most people do it. All these wannabes, they use these marginal strategies, all these advanced, you know, butterflies and iron condors and spreads and this and that, and you know, they pick up these pennies. But you know, I think a better way is really do it longer term and really find those stocks that can make big moves over time. Because the longer time you have, the bigger the edge. Otherwise, it's more like gambling. At least in my opinion. I may be wrong. Having said that, you can make a lot of money using advanced option strategies, but the thing is you need to make a lot of trades. And you really, you know, doing it as a single discretionary trader, it's not really gonna happen. You need a team for that. You need like PhDs and stuff. And the problem is that most people kind of overestimate how smart they are, how much they know. You know, finance is full of those people. You are successful on stocks, trading stock options makes sense, trading futures doesn't though. Well, just trading futures on some things. And again, it's longer term because, you know, like for example, and when I say futures, I include like the crypto stuff also. I mean, every asset class moves pretty much the same, at least the risk assets. And the longer time frame you use, the better your odds are. Everyone is fighting on the lower time frames and picking up pennies. Like for example, like if you look at GLD. Now, let's just forget for a moment that Bitcoin exists. But like GLD, like this gold ETF, like it's super slow, right? But you know, I'd rather do gold futures. You know, this is like a no-brainer thing. This thing, you know, I think it looks like it wants to go way higher, but there's no way I'm gonna buy this GLD with 0.7% ADR. But if I can, you know, do it with futures and use some leverage and use like a tiny, you know, tie up very little buying power and just hold it for the next 2 years, right? This GLD could be at, I don't know, 300 or 250. It's a very good risk-reward trade. And again, it's just, I'm just gonna, you know, do it small. I'm not gonna do any crazy. Because, you know, I'm looking to scale up my trading and the big money is in the higher time frames. at least as a discretionary trader. So I need to get used to, you know, holding things longer, and it's easier when you have smaller position sizes. So it kind of makes sense to use options and futures. Like for example, LAC, the only reason I was able to hold it through a 36% pullback is because it's a small position size. There's no way I would have been able to hold it if I had 20% of my account in this thing. No way. I have like, I don't know, 1 or 2% of my account in it. So I can hold for the big move, and hopefully it goes to 100 next year. I think there's a good chance it's gonna go 100 plus with all the fundamental tailwinds it has. There's no way I'm gonna hold through pullbacks like this if I have, you know, big position in it.